Cookie Pop. So I want to get a little, that's what he said, breakdown of this quote from Aaron Boone on the Yankees offense after their loss to the Orioles on Sunday. They struck out a season high 18 times. This from Gary Phillips, who I believe covers the team. I don't know the publication. I'll look it up. Quote from Boone: outside of the strikeouts, I thought at-bats were building off of last night. I thought we grinded out really well. We made it really tough on Dean Kremer. We couldn't finish off. And then the note there, they struck out 18 times. There were 27 outs in a regulation game. Now, it's the New York Daily News. He writes for them. So, AJ, am I missing something, or is this a sign? Is Boone throwing some really nifty shade at not only his ball club, but his front office as it's trade deadline season? Is he shouting, Judge is not enough? This offense sucks right now.
Listen, Aaron Boone is a great dude, but come on. What they say? Come on, man. Like, you got to be kidding me, because you struck out 18 times. Yeah, Kramer only went 4 innings. He punched out 7, right? But then you go Bauman, 1 inning, 1 punch out. Fujinama, 2-4. Kalum, 1-3. Cano, 1-3. Like, you struck out 18 times. I don't want to hear about good at-bats. What's the strength of the Orioles? It's their bullpen. So what, you're rushing to get Cano and Bautista, Fujinami, Kalum, Bauman, who's 8-0, by the way? You're rushing to get those guys into the game? Like, let's take a step back. It's a nice way of saying, yeah, we got the starter out early. That used to be the play. The problem is the bullpens are so damn good now that you don't want to get to these good teams' bullpens. And, oh, yeah, by the way, he's also covering, what's he saying? Anthony Rizzo, 0 for 5, 5 punchies last night? I mean, what's he trying to say? He saw 20 pitches and 5 punch-outs? Like, what are we doing? Like, the key is to score points and win the game. So by striking out 18 times, you don't win a lot of games. Plus, let's not forget, Luis Severino, he gave up 6 runs in the first inning before he got an out. That was the problem. They could add all the great at-bats they want, but when you're down 6-0 before you get an out, you're probably going to lose that game. And when you strike out 18 times, you have no chance.
I feel like the whoever asked this question and got the response, they had their phone up recording it, like they do, and they got it, and they were like, "What? Like you grinded out at bats? You had 18 strikeouts? Like this is either, like you said, Scott, like he is clapping back at the front office and saying, "Hey, we got you the hardest hitters in the game. This is so awesome." Or it's just Boone being just this, uber positive guy, and he is all in because you have to be all in, and you can't just sit here and dog one of your best hitters going 0 for 5 when he's already probably feeling like he should be dogged in Rizzo. But, I mean, there's no way. I would love to hear the follow-ups to that. Like, do you really believe that, Aaron? Do you really believe 18 strikeouts is something that we can push into the playoffs? Like, you're not sitting there going, "Hey guys, we have to make an adjustment somehow." Like, Sean Casey didn't strike out a lot. You think he's sitting there like, "Good one, guys. You guys had a lot of good exit velocities, bro."
He's only working with what he's got, though. So this spins us to the front office. And I mean, we've had this all week, so I feel like it's timely here. And then we'll get into it more, of course, tomorrow during the extensive coverage that we'll do on Foul Territory. But what are you doing right now if you're the front office? Where do you place blame to if you're the owner of this ball club and Hal Steinbrenner? Why are we talking so much about the luxury tax with a team like this and being like, "Oh, we got to be careful about not going over this number"? Like, dude, you're the Yankees. Relax. At the same time, we're watching this team now for a while, and unless we think that Aaron Judge is going to replace half the roster as a clone or something like that, is this a World Series winning ball club? What part of the ball club screams, "This is it, guys. This is a better team than X, Y, Z, etc." in the American League, let alone. Don't even talk about what the Braves have done all season long. Let's just even focus on the American League. Are they better than the Orioles? Are they better than the Blue Jays? Are they better than the Rangers? Are they better than the Astros? Are they better than the Rays? And keep going down the line. How many teams do we have to go down before we say, Yeah, the Yankees definitely are in this spot in the American League right now, the way we're looking at them, because I don't think they're making major ads. I know Yankee fans for a while were asking about Cody Bellinger, and we did that line, a week ago? Yeah, 12 teams, 12 fan bases think they're getting Cody Bellinger. Guess how many are actually getting them? I said one last week. The answer now is 0 because the Cubs aren't trading him. There just aren't those impact bats available right now at the trade deadline. You're not getting Juan Soto. He's not getting traded. So I don't know what the answer is. The answer last week was Randall Grichuk because he's pretty cheap, and we thought that might be a ball player that the Yankees are going to look at as kind of your classic fit of, oh, he's performing well, StatCast metrics, all of that. Apparently, they didn't even call about him. So Lane Thomas, going to be really tough to pry him away too. Mike Rizzo just said some teams are looking at him as more of a platoon guy. We're not. We're big on him. So maybe that's a little bit of posturing for a trade, but at the same time, he's got multiple years of control. I just don't know if you're a Yankee fan, realistically, what you're thinking about right now. And some fans are like, let's sell. I'm like, there's not much to sell. Severino has said, I'm the worst pitcher in baseball right now. He just said that after yesterday. So it's a little bit of a Yankees therapy session, but AJ, I just think they don't do much.
What can they do? Again, it's kind of like what we talked about with the Mets. What can they do? Because there's not anybody really out there impact now with the guys that have been pulled back off the market. And the Yankees, listen, the Yankees are notorious for overhyping their prospects in order to get people to make the moves with them. And I think people aren't falling for that anymore. And to me, who do you move? Do you move a Gleyber Torres to try to get somebody? But do you really want to do that? Rizzo probably doesn't have much value. The Yankee fans are clamoring for Josh Donaldson to go away, right? But look at their outfield right now. Bader's struggling. IKF has been really their best hitter. Judge is, in the outfield. Judge is back now, right? But he's played 2 games, had to take yesterday off because he was hurt for so long. Their catching situation is a mess, right? Shortstop, Volpe hasn't done what we thought. Third base is, yeah. So what do they do? Where do they turn? And what prospect do they have? I'm looking right now. The one that everyone says, oh, well, go trade Jason Dominguez, right?
No, that's the opposite of what they should be doing, dude.
I understand that. What's he hitting, though? Look at what he's hitting. He's struggling right now.
Yeah, he's 12 years old. He needs time.
I understand that.
He'll be good, but that's a year or 2 away.
I understand. Well, what do they go do? That's kind of what I'm saying is, what do the Yankees do? Because what do they have? Let's see. Let's pull up Yankees prospects, right?
Well, no, they got Wells, they got Dominguez. If we're looking at the top end of their shelf, those are dudes that need to stay right now in the ball club. I'm not giving those guys up for a rental or anything right now.
Why don't they call up Austin Wells? Why is he not up right now?
And Florial too, even who's on the older side, but he's been crushing it in the minors. There's a lot of complaining to do. We're tight on time here, so Krat, do you have something? And then we'll finish
just
strong.
With the, and this might sound my Yankee bias here, but the whole payroll thing you touched on a little bit. The luxury tax for Hal is more of a spiteful luxury tax. He's all without saying it. He said it. I can go over the luxury tax. He's like, I already pay enough to these bottom dweller cell suckers who take all my money in this profit sharing. I'm not going over it because I don't want to give any more to these guys.
Yeah.
And so that's his role in the whole thing. And until this Yankees front office, I'm not saying you completely abandon it, but until they just sit there and go, okay, we want the hardest throwers. We want the guys who throw the hardest sinkers because we love the sinker right now. And we want the players who hit the ball the hardest. Joey Gallo. They had Joey Gallo, Giancarlo Stanton, and Aaron Judge in the same lineup, the top 3 average exit velocity guys. Until they abandon that, not completely abandon it, but use some general common sense, they're going to keep having these same results. And I'm going to keep betting the over on when Dean Kramer comes in. Dean Kramer comes into a game and is going to get me 7 punch outs because they may get some runs, they may get some pitch counts up, but they're going to punch out. They're going to keep punching out, and it just doesn't win consistently.